A very warm welcome to all our participants joining today for our engaging webinar on online fraud and cybersecurity held in celebration of World Investor Week. We are privileged to have with us a distinguished speaker, Dr. Kirti Arekar. It's my honor to introduce you to her. Dr. Kirti Arekar is a professor at NISM and has been actively involved in teaching, research, training, and consulting in data and statistical analysis since 2000. She has taught at esteemed institutions such as KJ Somaiya Institute of Management, Wellington Institute of Management, NMIMS in Mumbai. Additionally, she has served as visiting faculty member at SP Jain Global Institute of Management in Singapore and Manipal University in Dubai. Dr. Kirti has conducted numerous training programs for organizations including BSc, NSC, BCCI, Lumiere, Mahindra and Mahindra, and L&T, focusing on decision making, statistics, and data analytics using various software tools such as SPSS, Excel, Megastat, Minitab, SAS, R, and many more. She boasts an impressive 275 research publication in both national and international journals and has presented her work at prestigious universities including Harvard, Manchester, University of Emirates, University of Wellington and Hull University. She has completed her PhD in statistics in 2002 and holds an integrated program in business analytics from IIM Indore. Dr. Kirti has received multiple accolades, including the Best Research Paper Award at the Third International Conference on Global Independence and Decision Science in 2008, and recognition from the Global Economy and Finance Journal in 2013 and Boston University in 2012. Under her guidance, two students have successfully earned their PhDs. In 2004, she recognized as one of the notable women personalities of India by Business Talks. Dr. Kirti has been honored with the Best Teacher Award for Excellence in Research and Teaching by Higher Education Forum in 2013, a fellowship from the World Business Institute in Melbourne in the year 2013, and several other awards for her contribution in research and teaching. Ma'am, we are truly delighted to have you with us today. Ma'am, without any further delay, I invite you to share your expertise with us.
Yeah, thank you so much. Hope I am audible clearly, Rajlakshmi.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Uh, okay, my screen is visible, I hope.
Yes, ma'am. The screen is visible as well.
Okay, a very good morning to everyone. Now, today's webinar is basically focus on online fraud and cyber security. Yes, this is a very interesting topic to speak, and there are a lot of small things we need to take care uh, while taking care while we are doing any online transactions and any social media interference and everything for that. So first, let me introduce the what is the meaning of online fraud. So basically, online fraud and the cyber crime, both the words are itself similar to each other. Only the cyber crime can be referred as a criminal activities that occurs in the digital platform. Now, this is specially targeting the networks and the many computers and the electronic devices as well as many mobiles. As a customers or as a individuals, we are not aware how to take a precautionary action or just how to prevent all these fraud activities going on. Because as we are on the mobiles and the computers, we are like just scrolling down and searching, and we are not taking care of all the sensitive information. So this crimes usually involves theft of sensitive information and the fraud on the description of the services. So basically, the cyber criminals, what they do, for example, they just hack on the individual's email account and steal their personal information and just uses it to commit the financial losses or just take out the loans and do some purchases on the victims. Now here, as it is a simple, like I can just give one example. Suppose if we are giving the credit card details, so if we are going for the shoppings, usually everyone is using their credit cards, but we are putting our credit cards on the machines and they swipe that. Second, we need to put our pins. So as you all are aware, nowadays everywhere in all the supermarkets or the malls, the cameras are there. Sometimes when we are putting our pin, the cameras record our pin. And if anyone wants to just steal some information, what they will do, they will just see that camera and they will just take out the pin. And accordingly, they will just take out some money from your account or just take a loans and make the purchases. So we need to take care while doing all this online transactions, whether because the cameras are there and we are just blankly putting our pins and just giving the information that is very personal. So that is a online fraud. Basically, a cybercrime is referred to as online fraud. So any activity involved in online fraud is referred as cybercrime. Now, all of you are aware there are a lot of types of online fraud. So the first, I can just say cyber stalking. Usually, the cyber stalking means like harassing and like sending some mails and continuously sending some messages or the mails to the victim and just ask them and just harass them and ask them some money or just make trying to make a friend and try to just do some fraud in that case. So basically cyber stalking is refer as harassed, we can say threatening or the stalking or deframe or some sexual abusement they do usually with the online medium. Now, the tips to prevent this cyber stalking, usually I recommend don't share your photos and the location with a person who are not known to you, who are unknown in your circle, and just don't accept any like a request, social media request from the unknown connection, because I always say digital footprints are hard to erase. It's very difficult to erase all the photos and the locations what you are posting on your social media sites. And just don't accept the request which is you are not able to recognize that person, unknown person. Sometimes there are the chances that that person, your friend account got hacked and you will just accept the request. But always on the back end, you need to check from where that information is coming and how many friends he or she is having. You need to check that. And accordingly, you need to decide whether to accept or not. So that is all process is called as the cyber stalking. Now, the second process, I can say the second type of online fraud is the identity theft. Now, in this identity theft, it is basically, I can say, depend on the or the personal information what we are sharing with another person. So they can this information they can use to gain financial gain they want to use, as well as they want to do some unauthorized transactions from your credit cards, or they will do some purchases. So to prevent this identity theft, just lock down your data with strong password. One more, I think prevention, someone use one password because it's very difficult to remember many passwords from different sites, websites. So always keep different passwords for all the websites, whatever you are using. And just lock down your data with a strong password. And the most important is two-way authentication. You always give two-way authentication where you can just have the record. Suppose if someone wants to steal your password, suddenly you will get some information or the message on your mobile. And always don't share any information with respect to your credit cards, debit cards, and any other cards which is help them to do the financial gain. And one more information, if you can just take care, always month wise, just extract your credit card reports, regularly and just see any sign of suspicious activities is going on. So suppose if anyone is just logging and just taking out some small amount of money like 2 rupees, 3 rupees or 50 rupees, just check that, because on the daily basis or the daily routine we are not able to check that how much money are getting from our account. So it's very important to just check your credit reports or the bank statement month wise and just see the any suspicious things are going on in that account. If it is there, it means there are something going on in your account at the back end. So please take care of that. The third type of online fraud, it is just a financial fraud where the person can just represent himself or herself as a bank identity or representative, and he will ask you about some money or money, property, or any services. So example, a scammer pretends to be a representative from the bank, and he will say that I am from SBI bank, and there is something going on in your account, please share your information to take care. So please take care of that things ki whether to rely on that information or not. Please don't provide any account details and any passwords with them, because whenever the bank representative, usually they don't call, they will always send the messages. So if they are calling you continuously, it means there is some fraud activities is are going on your in your account. So please take care of that. And the fourth most important, I can say, is the hacking. Now, hacking is not at the personal level. Hacking will not be on the personal computers or computer mobiles. It will be always unauthorized access to the computer networks. So on the computer networks for any particular organization, they will hack the that network. Similarly, when we are connecting our Wi-Fi's in our home, mobile devices and all that, so they will directly hack that network, and or we can say the data which is very sensitive, so that they will hack. So a cyber criminal always get the access of sensitive data. So once they will get a hacking of their networks, they will get all the information about the customers. Suppose for Amazon, because on the Amazon we already, Amazon is a, I think, a very good site, but we save all our data like credit card details, sometimes our personal details. So they will directly hack the network and they will get all the sensitive information. In this hacking part, you will get one information before they hack your network. You will receive one small message from the any message in your mobile on your mobile that your network is not working properly. So if such type of message is coming up, it means there is some hacking processes going on. So at that time, you just change your password immediately, because if they are getting the success, then maybe all your mobiles, all your desktops, all your computers at home will get hacked by the person, and then he will make anything by using all that. There are the possibilities when the hackers do all this activity, they will say that if you want to just get all the things back, they will ask you some money, that give me this much of money so we can free all these services to you. So please take care of that, don't rely on that. So for the hacking purpose, there are a lot of, I can say, the preventions you need to take care. First one, I can say, use a firewall. Always use a firewall. And because firewall denied the access of unauthorized activity. So in that case, whenever you are doing any online transactions or any online social media online contributions, please enable your firewall when you are online. Please take care of that things. The second, always install the antivirus software, because antivirus software is also the medium by which you can take care of your sensitive information. So that is the second prevention for hacking. The third prevention, always install anti-spyware package. There are a lot of spyware packages are available which charge a nominal amount. So either you can buy that and just take care, because in that spyware they will take a record of your sensitive and give them take it as a backup and take care of that data. So try to do that to prevent the hacking. Third, fourth, I think this is the fourth, is the most important, is the complex password. Don't keep the passwords which are belongs to your date of birth or any particular event, so personal events. Please don't use that type of passwords. Always use the complex password. And the most important, for all these sites, please keep different passwords, because if you keep one password, it's very easily available. And what they will do, they will try this common passwords on the different sites of your, on the social media or anything in the bank accounts. So please keep the complex password. And I can say that use the different passwords for all the sites, whether it is bank related, whether it is social media related, or any website. Use the different password. Save your password in your record, either in the notebook or whatever way you are comfortable. Second, the most important, ignore the spam messages. Don't try to open the spam messages. Sometimes the spam messages will give you the heading like your CV got shortlisted, or you got some lottery, or you got some money, you got some credits in your bank account. So as the human beings, we are very enthusiastic to open such type of things. So please don't open, because that such type of mails are spam mail. In that, the malware is one of type of virus will get impacted your uh, website, impacted on your desktop, and unknowingly all the information will get shared by the criminals, and they will just do whatever they want. And the next is the backup of your computer. Please keep all the backup of your computers, because usually we think whenever we are not using that, we will just, so keep all the records, keep the backup of your sensitive information or whatever the documents you are having in your computer. And the next is the most important. Usually we don't care about that. Shut down your computers completely. Always shut down your computers completely, because in that case, sometimes when we work full day, we just close the laptops without, or close our desktop without shut downing that. So in that case, sometimes the information will get shared. So always shut down your computers when your work will get finished. Then try to use virtual visualization. Now, virtual visualization is of not your use, but for the organization, if you want to prevent, just use the virtual visualization, where all the codings and all the log files get recorded, and you will get the visualization that what are the log files are coming on the servers, and then you can just take care of that things. And the last is secure your network. So that is most important. Now, secure your network is not from the individual basis. You can't do on the individual basis. It is an organization responsibility to just take care of that things. So these are the four types of online fraud basically, and there are small things we need to take care, because on the daily basis we are on the digital platform, or continuously 24 by 7 we are online. Our personal information are visible to each and every person. So you need to take care of all these small things to avoid this online fraud. Now, next, I want to just give you some techniques which is used in committing online fraud. Now, first, I can just say the social engineering. Now, social engineering means manipulating the people to reveal the confidential information for their security, for their use. And we compromise our security and we share all the information. Now, here I will give you one example. If suppose you will get a call from your friend, and not a call, you will get a message on your Facebook account that, okay, he will send you the message to connect with you. and you feel, yes, he is my friend, and you will just accept that. So he will talk to you and he will try to manage a relationship with you. And he will just give you some of the information which you shared, or which you just sharing with the at some 10 years back, and he will share some of the instance with you. In that case, the other person will get a confidence that, okay, I am a good friend of you. And later on, he will try to asking you the small things like, which is your bank, which bank you are, and what work you are doing, and what type of online purchases you prefer. So usually we thought, yes, he is our friend. Let us share all these things. So on the Facebook, we share all these things. And after that, after some days, once your friendship is very good with them, they will, after 10 or 20 days, they will just ask you that, I want to do some transaction, but my UPI is not working. So can you just make some like a credits, or send the money on your UPI, 15,000 rupees to for this particular purpose. At that case, we are so confident that he is our friend, and we just maintain the relationship in that way. So we usually send that money without looking at the information. So such type of case, what I suggest, please go to the Facebook account and just check how many friends already he or she is having. Suppose he and she is having only just 10 to 15 friends. So it means that is a fake account, or the account, your friend account got faked, where he is using the photos and the pictures of your friend and just try to behaving like your friend. So in that case, you need to take care. So all these things comes under the social engineering. For the social engineering, always there are the four stages on which this activity happened. First is the prepare footprinting. Now, footprinting is usually that collecting the information about the respondent, that what is the age, what family background, where he belongs to, what are the bank accounts he is having, where he is working, all that things. Next, he will start doing the interaction with you and just try to ask you about many information. Third, he will try to exploit you. Similar, whatever the example I shared you, that time he will ask you about some money. Like, I want to make some transaction, my UPI is not working. Please share the information. So that type of phase is called as the exploiting. So he is exploiting you. And then after that, after some minutes, he will just clear all the your tracks, or he will clear all the accounts and the tracks, whatever the messages you shared, everything he will delete from that. So that is a social engineering. The second one is a phishing. In the phishing, usually the sending fraudulent emails. So in the phishing, what they do, they will send you one email and the message where they are having all the sensitive information, or downloading the malware. So as you click on that mail, all the malware will come on your computers, and all the information will get saved. So usually in this phishing, this is used by using the emails from the banks. So someday maybe you also receive that the you email from the SBI that this is your account detail, there is something going on in your account, and you directly click on the attachment. But when you click on the attachment, there is nothing in that attachment, and you close the randomly you close that mail, but already the malware is there on your computer and you are not aware about that. So in that, your all the information will get complete or collected by the cyber crimes. Okay. The third most important is the malware. Actually, malware software usually used to infiltrate a target system to steal data and cause damage and do the further attack. So in the malware, they unknowingly we draw or we upload the there is a various malwares available programs which we upload and which erupt our files. And after that, to just open that file, we are not able to open that file, and then they will ask you some money online. Okay, if you can pay this much of amount, you can see your documents clearly. And because that is a sensitive information and it is very important for you, so you are ready to pay that money. But once you are ready to pay, you pay the money, but that file will not get opened. And again, the second commitment or the committing online fraud will happen in that case. And the fourth is most important is DDoS. Now, DDoS is usually the government sites, which are the public sites, like for example, IRCTC, where the trafficking is very huge. So sometimes when you are booking your tickets, IRCTC sites are not opening. So at that time, many of the cyber criminals, they are trying to hacking that site by just logging and just logging in that site. So basically a target website or the network with a flood of traffic is there, and which cause the disruption in the services. So in that case your site will not work, and then it will stop for some time. And when you are click your IRCTC, lot of information we share. So please, on the public domain, please don't public sites, government sites like the IRCT, please don't share your credit card details over there, because once it will get hacked, all the information. But yes, the government sites, they are taking lot of care not to do that. But maybe the chances are there. So group of hackers launched the DDoS against the popular e-commerce sites as well as, because in the Amazons or the Flipkart or lot of e-commerce sites, they will just launch this DDoS, where the rendering it inaccessibility to the customer during a crucial sales period. So whenever there is now it is a festival time, so they know a lot of shoppings will be going on, and they will just try to download that event, and they will just try to do that and collect your sensitive information. So that is called as the DDoS. So the prevention is any government sites or any public sites, please don't share or don't save your credit card details. That is most important. So these are the techniques which usually the cyber criminals committing when they are doing the online frauds. Now, the further discussion we will do on the motivation behind the online fraud. There are a lot of motivations they have. The purpose is different. So sometimes they are majorly with respect to the financial gain. So many online fraud driven by the desire of the money, because they only want the money. So they will steal your credit card information, and then that information they will share on the dark websites. So there are dark website, we will discuss it further. There they will share your information with the other person, and then they will just use your information, login password, and they will do the financial gain. So that type of things, because the dark webs are available where all the cyber hackers or many cyber criminals are available. So they will take your information, they will steal your information, and they will share this information in the dark web, where any hacker can use that, or any cyber criminal can use and take advantage of that. Second is the activism. So the second purpose is like just hacking some sites which are government sites, where or the government sites where the some policies are there, and if they want to put their own policies over there, they will hack with that purpose. So there they don't have any purpose like the financial loss or financial gain or something. They have the purpose that they want to upload their policies on that, and they want to remove that policies from the sites. So usually a hacker group spoil the government websites to protest censorship policies. So they will remove the policies and they will just upload their own policies. So that is the activism, the second motivation. The third motivation is the surveillance. In the surveillance motivation, what the cyber criminals may be involved in spying on individuals. It is not like they just on the individual person, they will just spy on the organization and the government. to share the sensitive information. Basically, the surveillance is the state-sponsored hackers where they infiltrated foreign companies to steal intellectual properties or the trade secrets. So this is basically with the purpose of like getting their foreign websites, they can try to steal their intellectual contribution or the policies or the trade secrets or what are the things they are going to do in the future they want to. The purpose is that. But there is no, again, the financial loss or gain is involved in this. And the fourth most important is the personal reason. Some cyber crimes are motivated, they are because they have the personal grudges and even the jealousy or desire of revenge. In that case, they do all these things. So, for example, a dissatisfied employee damage a company network after being fired. So when they get fired, they will just have the passwords and all that. So a dissatisfied employee, they will just try the company records. They will just try to damage a company record. Again, here the financial loss or financial impact is not involved in this personal reason. So basically, these are the four motivation, but the motivation and the reasons are different for all these things. But yes, the crime is the crime. So there is the information, sensitive information was shared, whether it is from the government sites, whether it is from the foreign websites, or whether it is a company records or the personal records. Now, next, yes, there is a impact of online fraud. There is a lot of impact on the online fraud. So these are the five reason which impact the online fraud. So the first one is the loss of personal data. So the most important is like the victims of cybercrime may have their private information such as passwords or the financial details exposed or stolen. So they maybe lead to identity theft, financial losses, and emotional distress at that case. For example, suppose data of healthcare industry, if we can take a healthcare industry providers. So what they will do, they will share, if they want the money, they will share the patient medical record with a person, cyber criminals, and then they will share that information and just try to make some potential leading to fraud or the discriminations. So that is the possible of the loss of personal data. Second is the financial loss. Yes, cybercrime can result in significant financial losses for individuals and the organization. Now, this also includes the direct cost of dealing with the aftermath attack. Suppose some of the information directly shared or indirectly shared by the cyber criminals or by the share with us, share with us only to the cyber criminals. So in that circumstances, they will use the process to downtime and lose the trust. In that case, we lost the trust with the websites, different websites, which we are regularly using that. The third impact is the reputation damage. Yes, if any particular site we are using continuously to make the online payments and we are using for purchases, and sometimes that particular site got hacked and that your whatever the information got leaked in the public. In that case, your the website reputation will go off. So the particular website of e-commerces or the like any online sites will get their reputations will go off. So in that case, suppose if I am making the payment from the SBI, so in that case the cyber criminals prepare the website of SBI, similar as a SBI, and you are not able to recognize and you are making your payments. So everything will get captured and it will be very difficult to get back to that information. So that is a reputation. So next time you will not rely on that website of SBI to make any particular payment. So usually the reputation of the company and the websites will get damaged. The third is the national security implications. Now, national security implications is not related to the individuals. It is related to the cyber attacks which are targeting the critical infrastructure. critical infrastructure with respect to the government systems or the military assets, whatever we have. So here we have the serious consequences of this, because a foreign state will sponsor cyber attack and compromise their country's sensitive information with, and it will get shared by in the dark web, and they will take advantage of that, and they will blackouts the widespread and potential harm to the citizen as well. But national security implication is not related to the individual records and all that. It is related to the government or army or the any army or the government sites and all that assets. The last one is the psychological impact. Basically, when the cyber crimes happen, and there is lot of psychological impact to the individuals as well as the victim. They may be in the stress, anxiety, and they have the feeling of violation. So in this, we don't believe, and our confidence level will go off, and we are develop the anxieties, and we are in the depression, and then we think why we are doing this online things, and lot of impact happens when there is a like a financial loss. Then the psychological impact us more in that case. So there are a lot of impact rather than these are the only five which is most important. I thought I will share with you, but there are many other impact also when the online fraud is there. Now, the most important, what are the channels of online fraud or cyber crime? Now, channels, there are a lot of availability of the channels are there, but the most important channels which I want to share is this four, where the first one is the online platforms and the network. So usually this online platforms and networks such as the websites and the website forums and the chat rooms, where many people comes together and they discuss the information about the organization, or they just have a general discussion about the individual or the personal relation. So in that case, the cyber criminals also use this platform to communicate, coordinate their activities, and share the information on the tool related to cybercrime. So here sometimes some unknowing person also join that, and he or she may be not visible on your screen, and they just listen all your conversation, they record it, and then they will get the information about your organization or any particular personal information. So they will just do the cyber crime based on this. The second one is the social media and cyber crime. Nowadays, the social media, yes, it is a very like at the high end cyber crime is happening in the social media sites. So in the social media side, basically what we do, we prepare we make the Facebooks accounts, we have the Instagram accounts, and a lot of social media sites which are we are not aware. Still, we just log in, and we just see that what activities are going on. So here in the social media platforms are the frequently exploited by the cyber criminals, because it is very easy to exploit, because all your personal information from your name, date of birth, and all activities are involved in this. So usually what they do, they just spread the malware on that social media account, and then they will manipulate your profile, and then they will get a access, and they will try to use that access to the another person and just take the records of that. So here, if I can just share some example on this, cyber criminals usually create a fake social media profile of the same person who is your family member or the friend, or some links he will get the information, and after that the victim believes that messages, and they will try to just trust it the source, and they will click the link, and they will share all the information. So I always prefer don't unknowingly downloads malware and all these things. Suppose on the social media sites, if you are getting any information or from your friend or the request, please try to get a call and just try to arrange the like an old friend, you don't have the mobile number. So first initial step, you can just ask them that what is your mobile number? Can you just share your mobile number? That will be the great to move further. So once you get the mobile number, you can just contact them and just call him on her, that whether he is your real friend or it is just for the some other person is using his account. So whenever you get any friend request from your old friends or the new friends, any current friend as well, so please take the mobile number and just make one call. It will take few seconds to understand whether it is your real friend or some other thing is going on behind that. And the third most important is the dark web and dark web channels. Now, dark web and dark web channels are usually the parts of the internet where this is a traditional search engine which require the special tools such as the web browser or the Tor browser also. So in this dark web, in particularly, what is all the illegal activities were going on, like a drug marketplace or the weapon sales or the cyber crime forums are there. So what they do, the hacker access this dark web marketplace to purchase the stolen credit card information, and also they will just record it. And actually this forum is basically the different hackers are there. They share their knowledge, they share the information with each other, and they collaborate and do the illegal activities. So basically this dark web and accessing this dark web and the dark web channels for the individuals is very difficult. It is basically done by the hackers, and they will just share their knowledge and share their information to each other to make all the cyber crimes whatever they want, like sharing the passwords or the pins and all that things. The next is the malware distribution channels. Basically, this malware distribution channels will not be recognized by us because it's very difficult for us to recognize. But suppose if your PC is working very slow or some unusual things are happening. Suppose if you are doing some web chatting or some browsers you are using, and suddenly you are getting some messages in the between. It means there is a malware is already there on your website or the computers. So just take care of that things and just stop that and just call the IT person to clear all that or put some antivirus in your this one, because the malware will just take all the information and they collect the sensitive information. So basically, this malware distribution channels, the cyber criminals are various method to distribute malware, like including the emails attachment, malicious websites, as well as the infected softwares. So here we already have these softwares in our PC. The similar softwares will get downloaded or uploaded in our system without asking the permission, and the sudden the original software stop working and it is taking lot of time. It means there is some problem in that, so you need to check with that. So these channels are usually designed to trick users into downloading the and installing the malwares on another's PC. So these are the channels where they can download the malware on your website. So usually, example I can say, if you can receive one email with the attachment and where all your important documents are there, invoices there, and you will get a message that please open this. This is you made some purchase, and you will get attachment as an invoice. And suddenly, in curiosity, you open that invoice. So in that invoice, there are the chances the malware is present, and that enable allowing the cyber crime to steal the sensitive information. So malware is directly we cannot see, but there are the channels by through which you can see, like if your PC is working very slow, first thing. Second thing, like when you are doing some work and in between something is coming up continuously, so that time it represent that the malware distribution is there. So please take care of that things. Uh, Now there are the lot of online fraud methods. The one is the online stalking and online squatting. Already online stalking, I already told you what is that, harassing and just try to convince the people. Online, if I'm talking about the squatting, the squatting is not just relying or in the squatting, the representative will, like the person, cyber criminals will become a representative and they will try to get the sensitive information from you to just share the sensitive information from you and the bank details to make the fraud criminals. So actually, online stalking and online squatting both are like not similar because stalking is a different we already discussed. But in the squatting, usually they take your domain name and they will take the brand, existing brand or trademark from the particular site, and then they will behave that this site like they will create the fake sites and all that, and they will do the with respect to that domain, they will try to make some cyber criminals or cyber crime. The second one is the online extortion and online cheating. Now, extortion and the cheating itself is the different because if I'm talking about the cyber or online extortion involves using threat or giving the threat messages to the person and to get some valuable information, and the victim will share the valuable information because by mistake if you shared some sensitive information and you don't want to leak that sensitive information in the public domain, so in that case they will give you a threat messages and they will ask you some money, and then they will give you the description key to just open all that things. So here the for example, I can just say the business falls victim and they just get a malware on their computers and all the files get erupted. And to open that information, they for the eruption, for the description key, they will ask for the money. Now, the next is the online cheating. Usually, the online cheating is basically the investment scams or the online auction fraud is going on where what they will ask you like they will show you some products, a good website, and usually nowadays if you go to Instagram you will get lot of purchases of different like products, and what you do, you just like that product and you book that product and you paid the money but you will not receive that product. So that type of things involve the online cheating. What because they have the very malicious intention for gaining the access to your information, so they will just give you the they will give you the they will not send the product but they will try to convince you to pay that because that is that websites are so attractive that you feel, oh, this product is so good, this this is very good, I will buy this, and without checking on the credentials you buy that and you pay the money. So that is the very difficult. Like for cyber criminals, usually nowadays the very easiest thing to do. The next thing is the cyber warfare and the cyber terrorism. Now, cyber warfare refers to state-sponsored or the political motivation behind to the attacked cyber attacks. So, this attacks can cause the significant descriptions or the damages to the physical property or the international properties, and which will affect our national security. So, it is not for the individual, it is for the government to take care of this cyber warfare. So, a foreign state sponsored hacking group usually infiltrates the control system of a country power grid, and accordingly, they will widespread the blackouts and destabilize the websites and the national economy and the public safety. So, that is the very critical or the very dangerous thing when they are going for the cyber warfare. The next is the cyber terrorism. Yeah, cyber terrorism usually involves the internet to commit or to facilitate acts of terror, where they can include or they can just propaganda and they can recruiting the members or they will coordinate the attacks. So cyber terrorism basically used to identify the people whom they can take into their groups, and they can do some activity which is which are targeting to the government sites or the public welfare, this one. So this is also the very like a dangerous thing as per with respect to the our country, or like information, very sensitive information got. But it is not necessary. It was with respect to wrong intention. Sometimes it is with good intentions also sometimes, but the good intention is very less in that comparison. And the last one is the phishing and the hacking. I think phishing and hacking, I think we already discussed, so I don't want to repeat this. So this is the phishing and hacking part. The next is the hackers. So if you can just see, there are three types of major hackers. As the word came hackers, you always feel the hackers are good. Always are we feel it is a bad. Hackers are really bad. But in these three types, I will tell you the type of hackers. Sometimes they are for the good intention as well. So there are three types of the hackers we have. First is the white hat hackers, black hat hackers, and the gray hat hackers. So the white hat hackers, also known as the ethical hackers, they will use their skills and the knowledge to identify and fix the security information in your computer system, networks, or softwares. So they work legally. They work legally and with the permission of the organization and the owners. To if your system or if your website got hacked, so they will just work as a consultant to just take out all your information which got disclosed, and they will just take care and to bring it on your again in the organization. So they are working at a very good intention. So usually the white hat hackers is hired by a company to perform a penetration test on their networks. So sometimes they is asked to do some penetration test to check whether the malwares or the viruses are there or not. So the identity, security, vulnerability, and provide recommendations to the companies, and they will try to fix the issues, and they will help you to protect the system for a particular cyber attacks. So white hat hackers are the good hacker, and they are work for legally, they work ethically and for the legal purpose. Now, the black hat hackers usually engage in illegal activities where they are exploiting the security information from your computer system and networks. They will steal the data and they will unauthorized access for financial gain. So, usually the black hat hackers usually work on the e-commerce sites, majorly on the e-commerce websites where the securities and they will get access and they will behave in that way. Third part is the gray hat hackers. Usually, the gray hat hackers is a combination of white and the black. So they may exploit security information without permission, or they may not. But we don't know their intention, that whether their intentions are good or bad, because sometimes they have some activities of white, and sometimes they have activities of the black hat hackers. So they might disclose the information to the owner as well as in the public after exploiting or bringing attention to the security issues. So this type of gray hat hacker, it is very difficult to take care of this gray hat hackers. Now, these are how to prevent. So there is a prevention control, detection control, mitigation control, and the eruption and the description control. Rajlakshmi, we have a time. Uh,
Ma'am, we have 10 more minutes.
Okay, thank you so
Yes,
much.
ma'am.
So these are the four important online fraud management on how we can prevent. So first is the prevention controls. So basically the prevention controls are the designed to stop cyber attacks and the fraud at the first place only. So here I always say that use the strong password, use the strong authentication methods, two-way authentication methods. Use always firewalls. Enable your firewalls whenever you are online, whenever you are updating your softwares. please put some antiviruses on your PCs. So then accordingly you can prevent this controls. So here a company usually implements multi-factor authentication for all users. Basically, they will provide you the multi-authentication factors, which will take care to share your sensitive information. So you will get one-time code on your mobile once you enter that. So that time your system will get open. I don't know how many of you have observed, usually on the Gmail, I do on my Gmail account, I have my password, but whenever I put my password, they will ask me the two-way authentication and the message will come on my mobile. If I say yes, then my site will get open. So please put that prevention controls on your PC. Second is the detection controls. Now, detection controls are usually designed when a security or the fraud or the cyber attack is occurring or has occurred, already occurred. So, detection once your cyber attack is already done, in that case, the usually the cyber or the police will come and they will identify the log files where they are trying to attempt their logins. They will try to identify, there are some IDS detect system for all this activity, and they will just check, and they will check your log file when you online and on which location you got online, and they will just take care of that. The third is the mitigation control, usually measure the minimize the impact of security cyber attacks. So here in the mitigation, they will try to take a backup as possible. Full sites or full information will not come, but they will just try. Suppose if you get a cyber attack on your website, they will try to take your all the records back. So that is a mitigation control. Fourth one is the eruption and description. Usually, the eruption and description is the process where your data will get captured in particular code format, which is unreadable. So without description key, you cannot open that file. So what they do usually, they will try some of the coding in that, and they will try to open that file and save in a different location or the website. So basically, to prevent them all these things, you can try to use all this information as well. The last is the incident of online fraud and cyber crime. So cyber crime reporting is the most important. If suppose you observe that your information got shared, so cyber crime reporting involves the informing the appropriate authorities or the organization that this cyber crime incident happened. Suppose on your website, if you're working with any organization on your website, if you feel that my information got steal, so please inform the organization IT department that these things happen. Otherwise all the PCs of all the employees will get hacked. So it is very important. This can also include reporting the crime to the law enforcement as well as regulatory agencies and the internal security team. So in that case, the individual falls victim an online scam and lose the money. So please take care of these things. Second one is the cybercrime investigation. Actually, in the cybercrime investigation is the process of collecting, analyzing, and interpreting the digital evidences related to cybercrime incidents. So where they will collect the information, they will do some visualization, they will analyze, and they will give you the information. This involves digital forensic network analysis and malware analysis. So digital forensic network analysis will be done by the forensic team, and malware analysis will done by the IT team as well. IT team can do that. And the third one is the cybercrime management, where all the things the police and the like where on the social media anything happen, so the police is also involved in this. So basically in the cybercrime management, they implement the strategy, or they can just make the processes very clear directly that what incidents happen. And the last is evidence collection and the chain of custody. So in the evidence collection, I can just say it is the process of identifying or preserving the documents after the cybercrime. And once that documents came back at the proper channel, we can need to take the custody of that documents and integrity of the evidences is preserved. So it is basically admissible by the court and all that. So sometimes we need to take a permission of the courts, and we need to take up that information back. So these are the online transactions. Already online transaction, all of you are aware, which we are making through any particular website. Mobile payments, we are making lot of mobile payments nowadays. So whenever you are making the any mobile payments, please log out from your that site, because I observed it is a general tendency of the human beings on the mobile. Already the GPay and UPI, GPay, Paytm, we never log out. We keep it online only, and we give some passwords over there. Don't do that. Don't give any password. Please log out once your payment is done. So basically, this is usually I also do that, because when I do some GPay and I'm doing that, usually I don't close, I don't log out, because I say, okay, the password is there, so there is nothing happened. But please don't do that. Whenever you are making any payments through mobile, through GPay or Paytm or any other platform, please log out from that site, or any social media sites like Facebook, Instagram. Already you are logged in, and it is already you never log out on all the instants. So please log out from all your sites. Even with the digital wallets also, you can just log out once. So digital wallets is like the we already contribute some of the money in the wallet, and that wallet get always maybe get shared with anyone, and then your information will get stolen. So that's it from my side, but I will recommend these are the top 5 Hollywood movies on the hacking. If you can see, it is a really you will get a great picture about what is cyber security, what is the online fraud. So the War Game is the movie, and Die Hard is the movie, and the thirds. All these 5 movies is a very, very wonderful movies to get an idea about the online fraud and the cyber security. So just look into that, and maybe you will get more information by looking on these movies as well. So thank you from my side. So, Rajlakshmi, I think I'm over.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. This was really a very useful as well as a very interesting session, and we hope that you will continue taking these kind of interesting topics in the future as well.
Yeah,
And
sure.
thank you all the participants for joining us today. We'll keep bringing in more such interesting webinars. Till we meet next time, have a very good day.
Okay. Thank you so much, and enjoy your weekend. Thank you so much. Yeah.